Making safe houses is one of the most popular disciplines in the Minecraft community. Some people simply hide their bases, while others use various redstone contraptions to protect their property. My area of expertise is command blocks, so for today's video I created a data pack that adds 5 different protection mechanisms to your Minecraft world. Before we put them to use, we obviously need something to protect in the first place. With my non-existent building skills, I had to ask my good friend Google for help. After analyzing a beautiful build by Corellis, I came up with my own extremely original, totally not just copied block by block design. As a very proud new house owner, something needs to be done to protect it, of course, because griefers ain't any fun. Let's start off with the most important protection measure. A wall! I once again got some inspiration online and replicated a design that I personally liked a lot. After that was done, it was time to place the first defense mechanism. After you've installed the data pack, you can use the command tag@p_add_gif to receive all the new items and tools. The first one you might notice is this key right here. It plays a very important role since the traps and weapons in this data pack will not trigger for you as long as you have it in your inventory. In the middle of these different wall segments, I initially planned to just place regular dispensers, fill them with arrows and fire them repeatedly. The covered area would have been rather small though, since the arrows always shoot straight forward. I came up with a new block called a multi-shot dispenser that solves this problem. To use it, simply take out the spawn egg and use it wherever you want. It works in all 4 directions, so depending on where you want it to shoot, you'll have to look a certain way while placing it. The first amazing feature of this new block is that it has infinite ammo, so there's no need to put hundreds of arrows inside. As the name suggests, this dispenser shoots out more than one projectile at a time. Simply power it with redstone and depending on which way it looks, 3 arrows will come flying out. To prevent players from farming them, all arrows will immediately be killed after colliding with a block or entity. So now that you know what the block is about, time to insert it into the wall segments. I connected them all with a redstone wire and set up a clock to power them. As a cherry on top, I also added a lever that simply toggles it, so I can choose whenever I want my defense system to fire. If we spawn a bunch of zombies outside of the house, it quickly becomes clear how much better these dispensers are in comparison to the normal ones. At one point even the arrows fail though, and some mobs might still get through. So for the next item I created a spike trap that should kill off everything that the arrows missed. After using the spawn egg, a trap will appear on the ground, and as soon as an entity walks across, spikes will come out, dealing a lot of damage. It also works for players of course, but only as long as they are not in the possession of the key. So if we drop it for a second and try walking over it, it will also trigger. So as a second layer of defense, I simply placed a ring of these around the wall. All the enemies that now make it past the arrows will hopefully be finished off by the spike traps. A common theme in some other safe houses I've watched is some sort of pitfall. They all have some fundamental flaws though that only command blocks can really fix. So I decided to make a 100% undetectable pitfall trap to surround my house with. Simply take a spawn egg and right click any block of your choice. Whatever you just marked will now act as a pitfall trap and disappear for a couple of seconds the moment an entity steps on it. The best part is that all other blocks connected to the triggered one will also vanish. This creates sort of a chain reaction and you can make large platforms disappear. The issue with standard traps is that they often just cover one block, which makes it really hard to fall in on accident. Or they simply can't be reset automatically. This version of the trap fixes both of these problems and is pretty effective. So in addition to the spike ring, let's add another one that basically makes mobs fall into a lava pit underneath. Should some superhero mobs still get through all these defenses, you can use this next item to secure the kill. The problem with the multi-shot dispenser is that it shoots into the same direction every time and cannot aim. For this reason, I made a sharpshooter dispenser that is able to do just that. Place it down on the ground and you're done. It doesn't need ammo and it will automatically start shooting enemies that get too close. If you set up a bunch of these, staying alive will be really difficult, unless you can quickly find cover. In case you need an even more powerful weapon though, you can drop a nether star onto the turret, which will overpower it and therefore increase the fire rate. Good luck to anyone trying to get past this, especially with multiple of these upgraded turrets. There's no way of surviving all that damage. And last but not least, I have another pretty powerful weapon that you can place at the outside of your base, a flamethrower. Using the according spawn egg, we'll place a 1x1x2 block structure that will shoot fire at all the enemies nearby. First of all, they will take instant damage when they are hit, and secondly, they will be set on fire, which causes even more damage over time. So let's place a couple of them all over the place and then spawn a final wave of enemies. It just looks so ridiculous, but absolutely amazing at the same time. So if normal redstone contraptions are not enough for you, then this data pack could bring your house to the next level. And that's pretty much all it has to offer. If you want to try it out and use it in your own base, the download link is in the description. It works against mobs and players, so there should be a use for all player types out there. If you have any other cool ideas for defense mechanisms, leave a comment down below. I'd love to read some of your thoughts. And that's gonna do it for today. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.